What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about some weird things that only Canadians do. So, for a lot of us Americans, we have really no idea what Canada is actually like or what you guys are doing up there. All we have to go off of in America are the stereotypes that we hear about, which, to be honest, makes you guys out to be pretty strange. You know what I'm talking about? Like Canadians riding around on moose, drinking maple syrup straight from the bottle. You guys being nice to each other. Just some really sick stuff. So today, I want to take a look at this Reddit discussion where somebody asked, what are the things you'd lose your I am Canadian card for? For example, you don't like poutine. So, to be clear, this is stuff that any real, true Canadian would do. So, any Canadian worth their salt loves poutine. That's what? Okay, so it's kind of like the opposite. You'd lose your Canadian card if you don't like poutine. So all you Canadians out there, you all like poutine? Because poutine, what is that? That's like cheese and the fries and the gravy. Very strange combination. Almost sounds like it could be good, though. But I could easily see where that's not for everybody. So does every Canadian have to like poutine? Every Canadian has to ice skate? Really? With the hockey being so popular and the long, intense winters, do you learn as like kids? Is this an important part of your childhood? Like being able to ice skate? Is that mandatory? Do most Canadians actually know how to ice skate? That's impressive, actually. If you prefer Swiss chalet to St. Hubert, so to be a real Canadian, you have to prefer St. Hubert? What is St. Hubert? I know a little bit about Swiss chalet. Or what did you guys say? What did some of you say in the comments about this? It's not Swiss chalet. It's chalet. Swiss chalet. Because it's, is that the French pronunciation or something? Anyway, so you need to prefer St. Hubert to Swiss chalet? What is St. Hubert? I'm going to have to look that one up because I did a video a while ago learning about Swiss chalet, but St. Hubert, here we go. St. Hubert's restaurants. Oh, sure enough. Rotisserie chicken? Maybe this does sound a little familiar. Maybe somewhere along the line I've heard about this in a video. It's a chain of Canadian casual dining restaurants known for rotisserie chicken. Is this popular in Quebec or something? I remember this is sounding vaguely familiar. So is this like a rivalry or something in Canada between Swiss chalet and St. Hubert? Maybe that's like some kind of rivalry. So anyway, this just seemed like a really fun Reddit discussion. I wanted to take a closer look at some of these because basically these are just weird, strange things that any self-respecting Canadian would do, I suppose. But for us Americans, as you can tell, this is kind of odd to me. But that's all part of the fun. Who wants to be normal? And of course, if you're Canadian, this is all perfectly normal, I suppose. Whatever that means. So, you would be strange if you were chosen for the Order of Canada and never bothering to pick it up. What is the Order of Canada? What is the Order of Canada? So, any Canadian, to be a true Canadian, if you're chosen for the Order of Canada, you would definitely pick that up. Your membership or what? I have to Google this too. What is the Order of Canada? What is this, some kind of Canadian society? It's a Canadian national honor recognizing outstanding achievement? Oh, I thought this was going to be like the Freemasons or something, like the secret society gathering and, I don't know, discussing Canadian things. But no, it's a national honor recognizing achievement. This is very wholesome. Dedication to the community, service to Canada. It's the second highest honor for merit in Canada after the Order of Merit. No kidding. I never heard of this. The Order of Canada. It's a national honor. Yeah, even I can understand that. I didn't know what this was, but if you received some kind of national recognition, you'd be pretty weird to not go pick that up, not go get your medal. My grandfather received the Order of Canada. It was the highlight of his life. Hung the portrait over his mantle. Wow, good for you. Good for you. No one you know to. Good for you and your grandpa, actually. Let's keep going here. What are some more weird things only Canadians do? You have to, it's, so you're not confused when it snows in April? April? It's April right now. What? Don't tell me it's snowing in Canada. In now? It's getting hot. In most parts of the United States, it is hot, like t-shirt, shorts. See, this is why I would instantly lose my Canadian card, because I am acting confused about snow in April, because that makes no sense. That is just, I'm sorry for you. I guess you. What parts of Canada have snow in April? This can't be normal for all of Canada. It just can't be. I was raised in the lower mainland, rarely saw snow in late February. I've never seen snow in April until I moved to Alberta. Alberta! I'm sorry. Sorry, it sounds like a nice place, but snow in April, my God. That's where I draw the line. You sickos! I don't know why I'm blaming you for the snow. Like, like you have some kind of snow machine and you're causing it. You sick Albertans causing this. No, you just have to deal with it, man. All right, oh my God, that is very weird. You say sorry when you accidentally bump into a wall. This definitely falls under the category of weird thing that only Canadians do. But this is like something Canadians are known for. This is the stereotype. You're very polite. I occasionally bump into my kitchen chair and they get a sorry. That's like, for the most part, these things have been strange and like, okay, I can see Order of Canada, fine. But bumping into things and apologizing, I'm perfectly okay with that. It confuses me, but I see no issue there. That's a very nice, sort of sweet thing. I think that's the mark of a good culture you Canadians have going on. If you're apologizing to the stools, you got some good stuff going on. Okay. No Canadian. So you're not Canadian. How should I phrase this? No Canadian wants to become the 51st state is at the top of my list at the moment. That's very topical, pertinent, relevant. Where's my thesaurus? I'm running out of words here. Yeah. So this 51st state stuff, that's like been talked about quite a few times. I've talked about a few times. My understanding is the vast majority of Canadians think this is crazy, insulting, scary, because it's kind of implying the United States wants to take over and invade Canada. Like, oh, become the 51st state. Come on. Come on. Oh, we'll make you. You know, that kind of thing. A little, I can, yeah. This isn't weird to me because I've heard about this. Oh, this comment was removed. Oh, I wonder what they said. They must have said something controversial. It was removed by Reddit. Canadians call a toque. You call beanies a toque. This This used to throw me off quite a bit. And I used to think this was toque, but it's a toque. Right, the hats. These must be more popular in Canada because in the United States, a beanie is almost like a fashion statement. I think in Canada, it's more associated with winter clothing. It can have a little poofy ball on it, right? But yes, most Americans would have absolutely no idea what you're talking about if you said a toque. But I consider myself sort of a Canadian American translator of sorts. So toque means beanie, class. Yes. A beanie to me has always been a rainbow colored hat with a propeller on top. What? Like in the cartoons? Like the little child with a. I've never even seen one of those in real life. That's what you guys think of as a beanie? This is the correct take. Really? So, Canadians, you think beanie is kind of a weird word, and it means a rainbow hat with a propeller? That's like from cartoons. We don't even have a word for that thing. Interesting. Canadians give directions with while using a time reference. I think I know what you mean here. As in, well, let's see if there's any examples. I think it means when you're traveling somewhere and you say, oh, that's 2 hours away, instead of giving the distance. A lot of Americans do this too. And the time on Google Maps isn't your arrival time. That's the time to beat. True. You're not taking long enough road trips if you're beating Google Maps. Huh. Or referencing a local landmark that only locals know, such as the Johnston Farm will be on your right, then take a left. You know you've gone too far if you get into the Smith Farm. What are we, in Saskatchewan or something? What are we? All right, anyway, I think the point here is Canadians mostly talk about distance in time. Like, oh yeah, that's 15 minutes away. And honestly, that's caught on in the United States. I think a lot of Americans do that too. So in Canada, you have to always have an ice scraper in your vehicle. That makes sense. I mean, at all times? Like, maybe. I mean, here we are saying that you got snow in April. So who even knows what's real or not? Maybe you do need an ice scraper just to, like, as a little comfort instrument, you know? If there's snow in April, I'm not even using the ice scraper to clean my car. I'm just clutching onto it for, like, comfort. Like, in April? That's what your old expired bank card is for. Using your bank card as an ice scraper? So most Canadians, you actually have an ice scraper in your vehicle at all times? Jeez. Because the stereotype in America is that it's always winter in Canada. But that's not true. It's not always winter. But when you say you need an ice scraper in your car and you got snow in April, I start to question. I start to think maybe it is always cold and winter, but no. Take your shoes off when you enter a home. This is a weird thing Canadians do that shouldn't be weird in America. I agree. So it's saying any self-respecting Canadian, you take your shoes off when going in a house. In the United States, this is just hit or miss. It's random. House rules. From household to household, I've seen all sorts of different things. People who leave their shoes on all the time, walk around their house, get their floors dirty. Who knows what they've been stomping in? I don't know. I think it's strange, and I'm American, but the protocol is, for me, like, I default to taking my shoes off, and sometimes people will say, no, you don't gotta do that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Jeez. I've been stomping around in the mud pits, but all right. Not my house. Yes, American carpets must be incredibly dirty. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of households where you grow up and you are definitely taught to take your disgusting shoes off, which I think should be more normal. Yeah, I'm with Canada on this one. Um, no Canadian would wear a MAGA hat and cheer the U.S. hockey team. Well, that's like too obvious. If we're just listing things no Canadians would really do, yeah, that's probably at the top of the list. Okay. Let's keep going here. The Poutine and St. Hubert's ones are Quebecois cards, I'd argue. Based on the amounts of Swiss chalets, okay. Based on the amount of Swiss chalets and disgusting poutines in Anglo Canada. Oh my God! Okay, so we're following up on the St. Hubert versus Swiss chalet debate. Apparently, there's some people who prefer Swiss chalet. It sounds like they're both chicken places. And this Canadian doesn't like poutine. And one of the very first things we talked about today was Canadians have to love poutine. So basically, it goes to show you that a lot of this stuff is flexible. We're just going. So I mean, there's a truth to a lot of this stuff. I'm guessing that most Canadians do actually do most of these things, but that doesn't mean every Canadian has to like poutine or St. Hubert's or being nice or most Canadians will put your cart back. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you guys for taking your shoes off indoors and putting your carts back at the grocery store. That's actually awesome. I think this is also the mark of a good culture because actually, surprisingly, most Americans are pretty good at this. It depends on where you live, but in most places I've lived, grown up in, and live, the grocery stores, you don't see too many carts just, well, unless you go to Walmart. Unless you go to Walmart, then people don't really put their carts back. But yeah, if all Canadians are doing that, I think, yeah, that's good. Not a huge problem in America. I'm surprised, actually, that we're as good as we are with the carts. Allowing our healthcare system to crumble in favor of bringing in American-style privatized healthcare. So it's saying Canadians don't want American-style privatized healthcare. Yeah, I would totally understand that. I've done videos learning about Canadian healthcare, and the idea that you can go in and that you actually want to go in and get medical help is really awesome because for a lot of Americans, there's a big stress and fear that comes with getting help from a hospital. The fear that you're gonna, lose all your money or you're gonna get sent home with a bill that's outrageous, thousands and thousands of dollars, which most Americans don't have. For the littlest things too. I'm almost 50 and I still complain about the cold. It shocks Canadians all the time. Aren't you used to it by now? Yeah, but I also complain in the 2 months of summer about how hot it is. All right, I think that means we've reached the end when we're just starting to complain about random weather. So, this was really a lot of fun, actually. A lot of strange things you Canadians are doing, but I should really say, not strange, but different. You guys do a lot of things differently, but it's not that strange when you think about it. A lot of this stuff makes sense. Like poutine probably tastes good. Ice skating, that's fun. Being nice to each other. What else was there? Picking up your Order of Canada portrait. Yeah, these are all things I don't really know much about, but they're not crazy. They're just different. And Canada is certainly a different culture, and this is a lot of fun to learn about. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like or leave a comment with your thoughts. If you're Canadian, what are some weird things only Canadians do? Or if you want to talk about any of the weird stuff I learned about in this video, that'd be real fun to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada and learning about Canadian feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.